Right, hi everyone. Right, really things are really starting to gel together now. I've had my first Pathfinder session in some time. That went really well, and I feel like I really bounced back with things. There's things that have happened, lately. I felt it was one of my strongest starts with Pathfinder. Actually, to be honest, I did feel thoroughly bored of, and I out one day that somebody writes something related to this, is where you start your adventures, and it usually is in some sort of tavern or pub, and it gets really monotonous to start that there every single time. So this time I started on a ship, on a clipper. They've got on board, and things have started to happen. They did end up, one of them did a meditation sort of thing or something to find out if he could feel any evil presence on board this ship, and there were some fake presences on board ship. Also, one of the characters has a treasure map as well, and actually it was quite enjoyable. I ended up paying a parrot named Tommy as well. Actually, things went pretty well. Actually, pretty well than it did, a fair few months ago with all that troubles. But that's behind me now. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. It was only half hour because of all the character generation, but yeah, it went well. Pretty pleased with it. Some interesting characters there, which I'll probably do a video at some point with the characters. But Jess is coming in leaps and bounds, and so are the others actually. Chris as well. There are positive changes that I'm seeing within the group now, and that's really, really great. I was impressed with Chris W without the glasses, because there's one with the glasses. There's two Chris's now. His background story was pretty strong. He's also keeping notes and things like that, so I'm going to probably give him a little bit of an extra bonus XP for doing that. Yeah, so things are actually, it was pretty good. I had to wing it, actually, to be honest, but yeah, it's starting off on board a ship, and they're actually boarded from Absalom, and there's a place, Coruscant, I can't remember, in Taldor. That will be their starting place when they get there. But yeah, looking forward to the next session, which will be a fairly full session, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got to just sort out the NPCs and other bits and bobs for the next session, plus a few plots to create and that. But I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, roll on the next set of games. And actually, I don't know if Jess would be ready or no. You might be, Jess. I don't know, but hopefully Jess will be playing her first Doctor Who game. Probably end of November, probably at the same time as Doctor Who. It all depends how she feels personally. But yeah, she was pretty impressive with the game as well. Yeah, I mean, I did give her a bonus XP for good thinking, even though it was drizzly in that, and somebody was trying to ruffle through her pockets and stuff. So she created water in her hands and literally shoved it in his face, and I thought, yeah, okay, yeah, that was creative thinking. So yeah, I gave her some extra XP for that, because I thought, yeah, I mean, it didn't, it wasn't really harmful, but it was enough to, do what it was intended to do. So that was really good. So yeah, it's a good positive start for the Pathfinder, and hopefully, I'll be running it for some months to come. On other news, I did quickly mention about a a rules set that me and Gary are designing for an RPG. I will go through it again quite quickly. I came up with it literally less than a week ago. I was really quite ill. I was thinking, well, how do I go about really designing a role-playing set of roles? And I was going through the usual dice routine and stuff like that. And then I went on to cards, and I was thinking about cards, and something clicked. Something definitely clicked, and I thought, this is really going to work. And then I thought some more to the stats, and each stat probably get you an extra, one card or something, or the other things, and also I thought, yeah, this really is going to work, and I know I'm going to bloody sneeze. Sorry about that. So yeah, it's going to be a rule set, an RPG rule set using just cards, completely and utterly diceless. The more that we've been looking at it, the more we think it's going to work. It's actually, as soon as I came up with it, I literally contacted Gary. Pardon me, sorry. And he literally filled in the missing that's better. He literally filled in the missing ingredient for this roll set. I think it's going to work. The core ideas are going to work. It's going to need we haven't even written it down, it's all in our heads, so that's got to be written down rough. Then there's, trying to think of, interesting add-ons for the rules and stuff, and come up with, a good set of rules, play test it to death, and just go from there. I very much doubt it'll ever make actual physical print, but I love it. I mean, honestly, if I personally ended up having a game with a set of rules that I created, even with, I got Gary creating the rules as well, helped to create the rules, but it was my initial idea. It would be a dream beyond dreams for me to have that in print. It really would, and that's on top of setting up a role-playing game convention. And if I ever did, let's say that it made it into print, I would do something like an open game license equivalent anyway. And if I did have any, a little bit of money, revenue coming through, I would actually set that aside, a part of that revenue for the gaming convention, if it ever did happen. But yeah, we're looking at it now. I know there's a lot of rule sets out there, but we both feel that there's original enough set of rules for things to feel excited about it, but in the gut, your stomach, when you've got something, and I honestly feel we've got something. I mean, it took me till I was 40 to come up with anything, honestly. I've tried in the past, and it was all diabolically useless. But I honestly feel this really is going to succeed as a rule set, and I'm not going to say anything else now about it, but as time goes on, as we get things written down and develop it ourselves, we will update people. We'll probably include people that have got the experience and know-how to really spit and polish, let's put it that way, to it. But at the moment we really do feel this could really work, really could. So yeah, all that's happening. And I can't wait for my business cards that are coming anytime now. They've been just sent off. I've actually had it, I think it's sorry about the coughing. The business cards have been sent off by Vistaprint literally yesterday, so they'll be coming very soon, and I'm gonna cut things short a bit because this cough is bad. But they're coming very, very soon. So I'll have that set of 500, my first 500 business cards. So as soon as they come, I'll show you that. Everton, I think I pronounced that right. I tried in the previous attempt this did, and I could not pronounce it right. But I think it's Everton or whatever they're called. Hopefully I'll be able to get the account sorted for that, because I sent off a load of stuff and I forgot to put the terms and condition form in. And one thing I find is a bit of a pain, that you've got to literally do your first order in before they open your account, and not so keen. Also, the way it's set up with all the all the products and stuff like that, I would have preferred it like the other trade account thing, where it's like a little web store in itself. But they've got a massive amounts of products. That's the thing. But I would have liked it where, oh yes, oh that product, and just buy it like that, rather than the way it is at the moment. But you never know what they'll end up doing in the future. Oh, why did it was okay until I did this video. I'm not going to bother editing. But yeah, I'm going to pretty much end it now, because they're obviously still not well. But yeah, a lot of positive things are happening, and really I'm looking forward to Christmas time, which we are definitely going to make Dragon Meat. I've had a talk to it with the other group members. They say yes, and oh dear. And yeah, we're gonna make it. I'm definitely gonna do another, if I remember my bloody camera, because my memory's still not great, but it is improving. I'm going to do another video, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more confidence really to talk to the traders, and maybe get a couple of traders and designers and stuff on camera. That would be great. But yeah, a lot of good things coming up, and it's just a nice tie-in with things with me coming up with these rule sets. Everything else next year, as I said before, is my 30th year to do with role-playing games. Next year would be 30 years, April, May, something like that. 1984. As I said previous video, it was to with Chris. He did the Judge Dredd cartoons, and Richard, sorry, not Chris, because of the group, Richard, sorry. And I found out that he's actually, from what I gather, he's actually lives somewhere in Bristol. I wouldn't recognise him anyway, because it's, 30 years is a head of a long time. He'd be in his late 50s, mid to late 50s at least. But yeah, I got a lot to thank him for, so yeah, thank you. Because I wouldn't be here now if it weren't for that, if it weren't for him. So yeah, that's it. I don't want to end up coughing anymore over this video. I'm not going to edit it out really. But yeah, that's it. Till next time.